Hey guys, welcome to Protocoders Point. Okay, so in our previous tutorial, we have covered how to remember a previous action of a user by making use of getText storage. For example, you can see there is a switch. When I turn this on and stop the app and again open the app in future, so you can see the state of an app is still the same. Before leaving the app it was turned on, it is turned on. So now I will just off it and reopen the app again. Okay, so as you can see it is offed. So to achieve it, in our previous video tutorial we have covered it by making use of gettext storage and gettext storage. Okay, so here what we have done is we have just made use of set state to update the UI. So this is not the best way to make use of set state or set state management, because by doing this, if one switch want to get updated, overall widget tree will get rebuilt. Okay, so this is the memory loss, means simply the memory will be utilized to just to update one variable. So in this video tutorial we are going to achieve the same thing by making use of gettext library, that is state management. So if you are watching this video for the first time, without watching our previous tutorial, please note that I am making use of gettext package for state management and gettext storage as an alternative of shared preference to remember the data. Okay, so let's begin. So first of all, you need to create a Dart file. We can name it as gettext switch state. Okay, so here you need to import dart get package get.dart, and you need gettext storage package. Okay, so create a class by name gettext switch state that extends gettext controller. Okay, so now to initialize the state of a switch, you need a variable is switched. Initial we will set it to false, it will be off, the switch will be off. Okay, so now we need to create an instance of gettext storage. For that we will make use of final switch data control is equal to gettext storage. Okay, so this is created because we can store the data the user performed in this instance. Okay, so now we need a constructor for this. Just create it, generate constructor, a non-parameterized constructor, just create it. Okay, so just to get rid of this warning, we will just insert a print statement over here. Okay, and we need a method to change the state of a switch. So for that we will make use of a method. We will just create it, change switch state. Okay, so this will accept one parameter, that is value. Okay, so in this we will just update our switch. Switched is equal to the value that we receive. And now what we need to do is we need to store the data that the user performed. Okay, so for that we will just make use of this gettext storage instance dot write. There is a key we need to store here, gettext is switched. Okay, and the value will come from this variable. Okay, so in this key we are storing either true or false. Okay, so as you can see. Okay, so now Here in this constructor, we will make use of if statement to check our data. If switch the key, that is this key, is not equal to null. If it is not equal to null, then we need to update our switch. Switch data controller dot read the key. The key is this key. So in this key we are storing our value of this switch. Okay, so that's it in our controller, getX controller. So now come to main.dart file. In your app, instead of making use of simple material app, we need to change it to get material app. Okay, so just import the package get.dart. Okay, so now after doing that, here in our previous tutorial we have just created a switch, so I will just off it, and now instead of that I will just create a text over here. Okay, so here I will just create a switch. So to create a switch, instead of doing this directly, what I will do is I will just make use of getText builder to keep observing any changes that happens in our get state switch, means over in this page over here. Okay, so it accepts a builder, and here we are going to create our switch. Okay, so in this switch we need to pass some parameters. First thing is the value will come from our this package, this class. So we need to create an instance of this class to access it. So to do that, we need to create it. Here in your stateful widget over here, you need to create an instance of this class. Final getX state is equal to get.put and the dependency, that is getX switch. Dependency is similar to a class. Okay, so now our instance is ready. So now you can use this instance to access the variable or a data from this class. Okay, so now here value dot is switch. Okay, so we are accessing is switch of this class. Okay, and now here in onChanged method, we need to call getXSwitch dot change state switch state by passing the value this thing. Okay, and that's it. Okay, so now if you see, if you restart our app, okay, so app is getting installed. Okay, so it got installed. Let's check. Okay, so there is an error. Each child must be led out exactly once. Okay, so the problem over here was you need to typecast it to getText state switch state our class. So now if I restart our app again, so as you can see the app got installed. So now if I click on this switch, it will not work because, so you can see it is not working. That's because in your getText switch state over here you need to update. you need to call a update method. Update. Okay, so now what is happening over here is whenever you press on this switch, this changes will happen, means the switch will get changed. If it is now it is false, if you press on it, it will become true, and the switch value will change it to true, and our database, means the data will get updated. But if we do not update the observer, it will not update the view. So I will just restart again. So let's check. So now as you can see, on, off, on. And now if I exit the app and reopen the app again, so you can see it is still on. Okay, so that's all for this video tutorial. Hope you got the concept of how to make use of GetX storage on your switch button. So please do subscribe Protocoders Point. Thank you.